Hello, dear students. Welcome into the second lecture on cosmetics. Myself, Mr. Mangesh Bale. I am working as an assistant professor at Gokhale Education Society's Arts, Commerce, and Science College, Jawar. So, in previous lecture, we have seen the introduction, sensory properties of cosmetics, and functions of cosmetics. Okay, so in today's video lecture, we are going to see study of cosmetic product, that is face powder. All of you know face powder. Actually, what is cosmetic? Cosmetics which is used to apply to the human body for what? Beautifying, preserving, or altering the appearance, or for cleaning, coloring, conditioning, or protecting the skin, hair, nails, lips, eyes, or teeth. Okay, so for that, in today's lecture, we are going to see the face powder. What is that face powder? Face powder, all of you know, right? This is the example, right? White tone. This is also the face powder. Then this is the Pond's powder. These are all different colored face powders, right? These are the example of the talcum powder, or you can say face powder. Now, actually, we will see what is that face powder. The function of face powder is to impart smooth, velvet like finish to the skin by masking any shine due to secretions of sebaceous and sweat glands. All of you know our skin release sweat from the sebaceous gland. Okay, then to mask that sweat, or you can say to make our skin a velvet like finishing, here we can use the face powder to what? Impart smoothness or velvet like finishing. For this purpose, it must adhere to the skin and reasonable resistant to the mixed secretion of the skin. It must be good covering power to hide skin effects like skin diminishes. These are the examples just we have seen, right? Now we will see characteristics of face powder. There are total 6 characteristics that we are going to see now. First one, the powder must be opaque enough to mask the shine but not so opaque that it imparts a mask like appearance. That means when we apply the face powder on skin, it must it must mask like appearance when we apply the powder on face. It imparts a smooth velvet-like finish by masking any shine due to the secretion of the sebaceous and sweat glands. It must possess reasonably lasting properties in order to avoid the necessity of frequent repowdering. It must adherent to the skin. Fifth one, reasonably resistant to the mixed secretions of the skin. And last one, through intimate contact of its perfume laden particles over a warm and relatively large area, it should disseminate a pleasant odor. These are the total six characteristics of face powder. Now we will see the raw material and composition of face powder. In that there are various component present into the face powder. In that light kaolin, zinc oxide, titanium oxide, starch, light magnesium carbonate, calcium carbonate, magnesium stearate, zinc stearate, and purified talc. These are the component present into the face powder. Now we will see first, that is talc. Okay, the first and foremost ingredient to be considered in the formulation and manufacture of face powder is talc. The chemical formula of talc is magnesium silicate. The chemical formula what? 3MgO 4SiO2 dot H2O. This is the chemical formula of magnesium silicate, or can say talc. It is a basic ingredient of virtually all modern face powder formulation. That means this is the basic component which is used into the face powder. Its outstanding properties are azeokaolin. Kaolin. Kaolin or China clay is a generic term which is applied to several hydrated aluminum silicates. What is kaolin? It is generic term which is applied to several hydrated aluminum silicates. It possesses good covering power and adhesion as well as certain grease resistant and perspiration absorbent properties. That means when we mix kaolin into the talc, it, it is having good covering power or adherent properties. This is about the talc. Kaolin helps to remove shine of talc and has certain soothing effects on the skin. Now we will see the second, that is precipitated chalk, that is calcium carbonate. In a face powder formulation and manufacture, a good cosmetic grade of precipitated chalk which is not used in excess serves to preserve certain balance between slip and adhesion, covering power and transparency. A grit-free calcium carbonate reduces the shine of talc and has good covering power. It helps to absorb the perfume and is also grease resistant and perspiration absorbent. Third one, magnesium carbonate. Magnesium carbonate has fine absorbent properties and has been proven satisfactory as a means of distributing perfumes. Its density is a fraction of that precipitated calcium carbonate, a quality which may contribute to the development of a fluffy type of powder. That means when we mix magnesium carbonate, it develop fluffy type of powder. Now, fourth number is metallic stearates. Zinc and magnesium stearates are by far the most widely used of the metallic stearates. For face powder, the stearates must be of the highest quality to avoid the development of rancid, disagreeable odors, and the most important characteristics of zinc and magnesium stearates are their adhesive, and waterproofing properties. Zinc stearate, the most commonly employed, also possesses a soothing quality. Now, fifth number, zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. There are two basic specifier employed in face powder formulas: zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. Too much coverage by either may produce a mask-like effect which is undesirable to little gives a powder with insufficient body. It is well known that zinc oxide has certain therapeutic properties and helps to clear up minor skin disorder. Sixth number is silica and silicates. Silicas and silicates may be found useful in face powder to maintain free flowing characteristics even with high humidity, and silicates have also been employed as perfume carrier. Now, seven number, that is color. Color of the talcum powder, or can say face powder. The use of color additives is basic to the art of creating face powder, which display the subtle nuances of shading required for the discriminating female population. The colors invariably employed are either the inorganic pigment or the organic lakes and toners. Since there is a possibility of color bleed due to their solubilization by perspiration and fatty secretions, the water or oil soluble dyes are not used to any degree. Now, last component will be the perfume. The selection of the proper perfume and its most efficient manner of dispersion within the face powder is of extreme importance, since the odor of a powder plays an important role in the sale potential of the product. That means, suppose we want to sell the face powder, the color as well as, sorry, along with color, the odor also play a very important role. If the raw material are of the fine cosmetic grade, the fragrance selected will be that much less of a problem in the finished face powder formulation. It is of vital importance that the perfume used be non-irritating, stable to mildly alkaline condition, and that it should not undergo oxidation or volatilize too easily. So these are the raw material and composition of the face powder. Now we will see the estimation of calcium and magnesium in face powder by complexometric titration. This is actually practical part. Okay, first we will see the principle. In the principle, talcum powder mainly contains calcium carbonate, magnesium in the form of hydrated magnesium silicate along with zinc oxide, boric acid, etc. That means suppose when we take the talcum powder, in that the major components what the calcium carbonate, magnesium carbonate, silica, zinc oxide, boric acids are present. Now the content varies from sample to sample. Calcium magnesium can be estimated complex symmetrically using disodium salt of EDTA as a titrant. Traces of other metals which may interfere in the analysis are reduced to lower oxidation state by the addition of hydroxylamine hydrochloride. EDTA forms stable metal complexes with almost all cations under suitable pH condition, which is maintained with the help of buffer solution. See, actually many other metal form complex with EDTA, but not all at same pH. For that purpose, we have to maintain the pH of the solution for formation of the complex with EDTA. Okay. When a metallochromic indicator like erythrom black tea is used, both calcium and magnesium is estimated XML, whereas when pattern reader indicator is used, only calcium is estimated, that is YML. The difference between X minus YML gives amount of magnesium. Now we will see preparation of solution. In that, first one will be the dissolution of talcum powder. All of you know the talcum powder will not soluble into the water. For that purpose, we have to provide the acid treatment to the talcum powder. Okay, now dissolution of talcum powder. Weigh around 1 gram of powder, that is W gram, and transfer it to a 100 ml beaker and add 15 ml concentrated HCl to the beaker. Heat the solution on wire gauze till the powder dissolves. Heat the solution to dryness. Okay, हमने क्या किया, 1 ग्राम पाउडर वे करके उसको 100 ml बीकर में ट्रांसफ़र कर दिया. बाद में उसमें 15 ml कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड HCl डाला और उसको हीट किया वायर गॉज पे अप टू दी ड्राइनेस. ओके, at that time entire powder will get dissolved into that acid solution, right? Cool the beaker and add 50 ml distilled water into the previous beaker and again boil for 10 minutes. Then cool the solution filtered through Wortmann filter number 42 into 100 ml standard flask. On cooling, make up the volume using distilled water. That means entire filtrate we have to collect into the 100 ml standard flask, measuring flask, and then after cooling that whole filtrate, we have to mark up to the 100 ml. Then 0.02 molar EDTA dissolve 0.745 gram of Na2 EDTA in a 100 ml of distilled water. That this is the second solution, that is 0.02 molar EDTA. We have prepared by weighing 0.745 gram disodium salt of EDTA, and we have prepared 100 ml of 0.02 molar EDTA. This is the second solution. Now we will see actually procedure how to estimate calcium and magnesium. Procedure: estimation of magnesium, sorry, estimation of calcium is, actually there is a mistake, not magnesium here, calcium. For estimation of calcium, pipette out 10 ml of talcum powder solution in a conical flask. We have already prepared a 100 ml talcum powder solution. Okay, from that 100 ml talcum powder solution, you have to pipette out 10 ml and transfer into the conical flask. Then add 5 ml of buffer solution pH 10 and 3-4 drops of erythrome black tea indicator and titrate again 0.02 molar EDTA and record constant burette reading as XML. See, estimation of calcium के लिए हमने क्या किया, 10 ml टाल्को पाउडर सोल्यूशन जो था उसको पिट आउट करके कोनिकल फ्लास्क में लिया, उसमें 5 ml बफर सोल्यूशन डाला pH 10 का, उसमें एरिक्रोम ब्लैक टी इंडिकेटर डाला, इंडिकेटर डालने के बाद उसका टाइट्रेशन किया किसके साथ, 0.02 मोलर EDTA सोल्यूशन के साथ, और उसका जो भी रीडिंग आया उसको हमने रिकॉर्ड कर लिया, दैट इज XML. अब हम देखेंगे एस्टिमेशन ऑफ मैग्नीशियम. For that, again we have to pipette out 10 ml of talcum powder, same solution, 10 ml talcum powder solution in a conical flask. Then add 5 ml of 8 molar KOH. See, instead of buffer solution here we are going to add 5 ml 8 molar KOH and pinch of hydroxylamine hydrochloride and pattern reader indicator. ओके, और इंडिकेटर डालने के बाद उसको क्या करना है, हमें टाइट्रेट करना है किसके साथ, अगेंस्ट 0.02 मोलर EDTA and record constant burette reading as YML. This is for estimation of magnesium. Now we will see the calculation. कैलकुलेशन के लिए क्या करना है हमें, सी फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट दैट इज 1000 ml of 1 molar EDTA correspond to 40 ग्राम ऑफ कैल्शियम. कैल्शियम का सपोज हमको XML जो भी रीडिंग आया, ओके, तो उसका कैलकुलेशन कैसे करना है हमें, 1000 ml of 1 molar EDTA gives 40 ग्राम ऑफ कैल्शियम. देन जो भी रीडिंग आएगा XML ऑफ 0.02 molar EDTA which is gives how much gram of calcium. Likewise for again 1000 ml of 1 molar EDTA which is gives 24 gram of magnesium. Then YML of 0.02 molar EDTA which is gives how much gram of magnesium. Simply when we do the cross multiplication we will get the amount of calcium and magnesium. Okay, this is about today's lecture. Now into the next lecture we are going to start the second cosmetic product, that is lipstick. Thank you.